All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Want to look at the Breakfast Club interview about Terrence Howard and his Diddy allegations. All right, let me know in the comments if you believe what's going on.
So, Terrence Howard appeared on the PBD podcast with Patrick McDavid, and the episode, this premiered on April 4th. Definitely making the rounds because in this episode, Terrence Howard describes an interaction with Diddy where he says that he believes that Diddy was trying to have sex with him. Let's take a listen.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next
Why didn't you just get a real acting coach? I mean, yeah, you can ask an actor, but why would you not just get a real acting coach that actually coaches actors?
thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there, just looking at me, like waiting. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. I've lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way.
Time out. Looking at you like you're a woman. That's crazy. Like, because they know that people want.
I don't compromise. I don't play games.
They know these people want to have a certain lifestyle, and they play on that. Looking at you like you a woman. Damn, that's crazy.
Roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that because the man card means everything.
I know that's right, Lucy.
Diddy said he wanted to make a movie with Terrence Howard called Hustle and Blow.
You a clown.
Hustle and Blow.
Stupid.
Yo said he was looking at him like, what material you want to work on? Diddy said you. You the material.
Diddy said, what they call you, a luscious lion?
Hey, what material you want to work on? You.
But that's his interpretation, right? Yeah. He didn't make a pass. He didn't grab his ass. Or...
What? He was looking at him.
He said the assistant.
Charlamagne looks at me. Oh, you know what?
No,
Man,
See, nah.
But if he tell you he want, I want you to be my ex.
They be doing too much. Charlamagne and Envy be doing way too much.
And coach, right? And I get over there, and I'm like, all right, what material we got? And you just looking at me like, are you already in some type of character, or like, what's going on?
That is true, though. That is not a fair headline to say Diddy tried to sleep with Terrence Howard because he didn't try anything. It's just that the assistant said, I think you're trying to.
Yeah.
Because I would have said.
Man, you basically are saying that a nigga wanted to smash you because another person said that. Not actually that he tried you. He didn't flirt with you, grab you, he didn't do nothing, grope you, nothing. But he wanted to smash you. But why would your assistant say that though? That's weird.
Said some stuff like that too if I saw you spending too much time with Diddy. Just because this would be funny.
Diddy might have been high. Diddy could have been high.
Just looking at Terrence Howard the whole time.
Or maybe he just was enjoying the company. Terrence Howard is I tried to complete this whole interview, but it was a lot that went over my head because they were talking. It was a lot.
Got deep.
Yes, but I can understand why you would just sit and listen and look at Terrence Howard. He has a lot to say.
And it's just like a man, right? Like men like to be like, yeah, she wanted to give me some, but all the girl said was high. You know what I'm saying?
Don't play with Terrence like that. Don't do that.
Well, so they also the conversation and what they led into this point was they were having a conversation about like just Hollywood and being on the creative side and why Terrence Howard decided to step away from different roles like Marvel and things like that. And he said that basically he does certain things to keep his integrity. That's how we got here. So we're going to go into the Marvel side of the conversation and him stepping away from certain projects next hour. But I did want to bring up, since we're talking about Diddy, over the weekend also news came out that Cassie, we knew there have been reports that she was going to testify, but now there's been more information released. Cassie is going to testify. It's confirmed, and she will not testify anonymous. Now there are, I think there's 2 other victims.
I mean, what's the reason to testify anonymous when you didn't anonymously get your ass whooped on camera? Like we seen it was you, so. Of course she's not gonna do it anonymously. Everybody knows who Cassie is in her story. What's going on?
Victim 2 and 3, but Cassie was always listed as victim 1, and the other victims have asked to remain anonymous.
Is this from the video?
Yeah. So the video is.
See, the other people have to remain anonymous because they didn't get the money already. Most of them don't even have evidence. So how you gonna be saying, oh, you did this, this, and this? You gonna burn bridges with people?
Was a piece of it, but he's not being charged.
They gonna start fucking with you just because you're accusing somebody with no evidence, no proof. But they was denying Cassie too, even though she got paid less than 24 hours on a settlement. They were saying the same thing until the video came out.
Charged with anything in relation to the video. She had other claims as well too. So the statement here is victim 1 is prepared to testify under her own name during the upcoming trial where Diddy will defend himself against charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
Hey. Stop training people in person to make money as a personal trainer. It's trash, garbage, it sucks. Do all.
Now that's a big deal, especially because even if we can't see into the court video-wise, there will be reporters in there, and that means that everything that she says, it's going to be under her name, not victim 1, so it's just going to pick up way bigger. Right. But I think it's just going to make a difference because now at this point the video has been discussed so much, and then that coupled with her other claims of like things that Diddy allegedly made her do, seeing her name being put on it, I think that emotionally is going to that can sway. That's going to be a hard hit for him.
And then also because he paid her. Right, he paid her all the bread.
Civilly, yeah.
So yeah, civilly there was
that's
some.
A whole different situation.
Well, he didn't pay her civilly, but he settled out.
I was about to say there was some sort of a settlement. We still to this day don't know what that settlement everything that we knew what it was for. We just don't know all the intricate details of the settlement because after it happened, no one was able to talk about it. Right. But a part of it was like they don't mention each other, they don't whatever. But when it comes to something like this where you're being subpoenaed by a court, all that goes out the window. So she's deciding to come in and stand on everything that she's saying.
Well, she would be the biggest witness, right? Because that was his girlfriend for the longest time. So she's seen everything. She quote unquote know where the bodies are. So that will be the biggest witness.
It's gonna be rough for her though. It's gonna be rough for her because Cassie's gonna have to admit to doing a lot of things that she was involved in as well. And I'm sure she doesn't care at this point, but it's gonna be a lot of intimate details about her sex life as well that come out in that.
100%, because Diddy's team has already come out and basically said, a lot of what we've seen on these tapes and a lot of the claims, especially in his past relationships, everything was consensual. Right. So yeah, it's gonna be hard for her, and people are definitely gonna have a lot to say. And the other victims have chose to keep their names anonymous for that reason. They don't want people coming for them. Yeah. Now switching gears here, something that was,
or maybe because you're lying and you just don't want the backlash. Meaning, if you did so consensual, now you regret it. It's the perfect time. Say something.
Could have been super, super bad, but turned into a positive. Over the weekend, there was a video that went viral of Wallow. Wallow's been up here,
of course,
motivational speaker, $1 million worth of game. And he is on a bridge with a police officer and a man who was attempting to jump off of this bridge. Now, there's someone riding by who records it.
Well, this ain't got shit to do with this. All right. Well, now everybody and their mama's coming out with allegations and accusations, just trying to get their name in. Terrance Howard, he's an attention whore. He likes to just talk and just say shit. So I don't even look at this as a thing. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think Diddy's guilty, or do you think he's innocent? I mean, he's obviously guilty of beating women and being a weirdo, but there's some other stuff that they accusing him of, not on murder and schmape and all that stuff. So, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the video, and catch me on the next one. Alright, deuces.